right, one of the storylines in this first half, Neemias Keita, who had that knee injury this summer playing internationally, in a collision right there with Keontae Johnson. It appeared that he banged that left knee into Johnson's right knee. He was down. He was helped off the floor and then to the locker room. And Jessica Blaylock has an update. Jess?
Yeah, guys, no specific details about the potential injury, but Coach Smith does not expect to have him back in the second half of this game. Now, Utah State did spend the first 8 games of the season without him, so they do know how to play without Keita. But Coach said, you know, obviously it changes things on both ends of the court. That's an NBA caliber guy, but really they need to do a better job as a team of rebounding. They need to take smart shots. That's what he's going to look for in the second half, but they're going to have to do it without Keita.
Well, Alfonso Anderson takes over the center position, and he is in there right now. They're smaller, but as you mentioned, they played without him early, and they won games, but they didn't play this quality competition during those games.
Great look by Kerry Blackshear to Scotty Lewis to open things up for the Gators here in the second half. This is Abel Porter and Sam Merrill in the backcourt for Utah State.
Right now, Florida is hedging all on-ball screens, which leaves them susceptible to the lob to Anderson. And so far, they haven't been able, Utah State has not been able to get him the ball there. If Sam Merrill comes off that screen, he'll be able to deliver.
Mike White liked his defense in the first half. Merrill, he won't like that as Merrill open and a quick three.
And quick three is a good description because it doesn't take him long to get it off. And their team is a very good passing team, top 5 in America in assists.
Look at Blackshear up above and a bucket and a foul.
That's a man's play right there. I'm not sure that happens if Keita is in the game because he would be able to be inside position and get this. But Blackshear goes over everybody, and Alfonso Anderson tries not to foul him, but fouls him anyway. So that's an example of a play where Keita is much more valuable. And Anderson's going to have to switch time a little bit with Trayvon Dorius, who's a 7-foot player who played well in the first half. That will be a decision that Craig Smith needs to make as the game progresses. Rotating those 2 guys.
Blackshear 14 points, 8 rebounds.
Wow.
Merrill's, Blackshear got a hand on it, and Bean is bumped from behind. And that's a foul.
Yeah, that's on Johnson.
Keontae Johnson, the sophomore.
Big foul. Number 1, Keontae Johnson.
Keontae Johnson, I think, is the best Florida player to creating his own shot.
Merrill takes it and missed it. Scotty Lewis. Gators pushing tempo. Lewis almost walked.
Good decision by Lewis there, right?
Look at the former point guard, Mike White, trying to get that ball in motion. He was a terrific player at Ole Miss.
Yeah. We got a moving screen here.
4-year starter at point guard for Ole Miss. 7 years an assistant there for Andy Kennedy. And of course, at Louisiana Tech for 4 years. And his 5th year at Florida now.
Nice pressure on the ball by Locke. Switch again.
Miller. Bean. Shot clock melting away. Bean works his way in and missed the shot.
How about that defense and rebound by Johnson? I thought that was in for sure by Bean.
Lewis rubbed off. Blackshear backing in, and the ball out of bounds. It stays with Florida.
Still only 12 on the shot clock. Take a look at this defensive rebound by Keontae Johnson. First, look at the defense. Great position, forces the miss, and then goes up in traffic and grabs it.
Johnson drops it. Blackshear and a foul, and free throws coming.
Again, Johnson in the midst of good plays. He caught that ball and released a pass instantaneously, and Blackshear had position. It takes a lot to do that because he's got to be visually aware of Blackshear's presence where he is.
7 SEC teams in the NCAA tournament last year, including Florida. They were a 10 seed. They beat Nevada out of the Mountain West and then lost to Michigan. They are the #2 selection in the preseason polls. So a lot's expected out of this young team.
I'll tell you what, the preseason polls have been all over the place. Kentucky, of course, is not even in the top 25 anymore, I think. Zone for the first time, 1-2-2 variety. Interesting. Wings have to rebound the weak side. I don't think this is great.
Porter misses. He's short on the 3. Utah State not shooting well from distance, 5 of 16.
Credit Florida's defense there. Anderson just hit Blackshear in the face with an elbow, and Blackshear is along the baseline. No call will be made, but the officials stop play. They're going to go to the monitor to see if this was a flagrant. Yeah. Blackshear got hit in the face by Anderson. Take a look underneath the basket. Right there, they're posting up. And I don't think there's anything. Official just came over to check to see that we know what they're doing over there. That was not ill intent, certainly by Anderson.
And it wasn't an elbow. It almost looked like a hand that brushed.
Yeah.
Of course,
it's
not much
physical.
fun for Blackshear, but
let's take a closer look at this and see if we can see it. Slow it down right here.
oh, maybe it did.
Okay. Yeah. When he went over the top, Blackshear's elbow was in the side of Anderson, and Anderson went over the top to clear an area. It's hard to tell what the officials are going to see here. I don't see it as a flagrant.
This was a 27-27 game at the half.
We're going to find out right now. Incidental contact is the rule. It'll be just white on the side. And I like the call. I like the look. It's good to be cautious about these things also, right?
Sure. That's why they go to the monitor. That's a rule that they really emphasized a few years ago, and it over the course of the years since, you can see that the game has cleaned up a bit in terms of swinging elbows and contact above the shoulders.
Things change right now. Let's see. Dorius is in for Anderson. This is what I talked about earlier, the change in who the big guy is.
Lewis got a man on his back and turns and scores.
Those are the kind of shots he needs to take, right, Rich? Not the threes from the corner after ball movement. That's not his game. This is a very smart player and a terrific defender. And that's why Mike White starts him all the time.
Merrill misses the 3. Bean has the rebound.
Merrill missed because Lewis challenged the shot.
Porter rotates to Miller, feeds Bean.
ISO.
Merrill kicks. Porter penetrates. Falls out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock. Oh my goodness! Did you see Lewis bounce back up?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was in our camera shot, but it was right in front of you and I.
Interesting. Dorius out already, and Anderson back in.
This looks like Cirque du Soleil. Watch this. Watch Lewis go down. Now watch this. Woo!
Intense young man.
Here we go, man.
Gotta love him.
5 seconds to shoot. Anderson. Oh, good fake. And then he lost the ball. And Florida holds on to it. Nembhard. Blackshear and Lewis. 2-man game. On Anderson. And that's Merrill, who has the rebound.
That's good D by Anderson.
Lewis. He's out of bounds. 36-30, Florida and Utah State's second half of our Orange Bowl Classic.
The moment the latest technology arrives, James has to have it. Like that 4K TV in his new smartphone every year. But with the savings of Hyundai Holidays, it's finally their turn.
Amazing! Thank you, honey.
Save big on the hottest technology for your whole family. Hyundai Holidays. The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Get a Santa Fe for 0% APR for 72 months, plus $500 event cash and no payments for 90 days. Only during Hyundai Holidays.
At Metro, light up the holidays with the best deal in wireless. Switch and get your choice of 2 free phones from top brands. Plus, unwrap a brand new tablet with all the features you crave on us. Get unlimited data on all your devices with a full Amazon Prime membership included. Yeah. Metro gives you access to the hottest shows, shopping, free one-day delivery, and more. Get the best deal in wireless this holiday season. Only at Metro.
Christmas trees try so hard. Lights and ornaments and little choo-choo trains, come on. The best trees, they kind of only need 2 things. Peanut butter and chocolate. Not sorry, Reese's.
I am an Instagram boyfriend, but now that rolled chicken tacos are back at Taco Bell,
Sunset heart hands.
my hands are tied. Let's just enjoy this moment.
Take the picture.
Rolled chicken tacos are back with your choice of dips, only at Taco Bell.
It's a 6-point lead for the Gators in Game 2 of this Orange Bowl Classic. Hey, behind every great team is a great team mom. And some of these ladies right here are the best around for over a decade. Metro and the Orange Bowl Football Youth Alliance have been honoring these team moms. They're selected to represent their respective teams. They do everything from coordinating carpools to making snacks to being some of the best cheerleaders around. They were also honored in a very cool halftime presentation. And hey, we got to give some credits to some of the dads out there too that are getting it done. This gentleman right here nominated for Team Parent. Guys, these athletes could not get it done without the support of these great moms and dads right here.
All right, thank you, Jessica. Yeah, the Orange Bowl has such a great history and tradition on the field and nationally, but in this community, it has been a terrific event for many, many years.
Oddly enough, Florida is 9 for 9 from the free throw line, and Kerry Blackshear is taking all 9 of them. Nobody else is taking a free throw for Florida.
Brito, this is Porter, and he misses the 3. And that 3-point shot's that ball's going to go to Utah State. That 3-point shot is so important to Utah State. And they're having trouble with it. 5 of 19. Bean wide open. Good catch and finish, and a find by Porter.
Execution. Those are the little things that can win games. End line out of bounds plays, sideline out of bounds plays, tip backs on missed free throws. All those little plays during the course of a game can mean winning and losing.
Trey Mann is back into the ball game.
He's a freshman. He likes to go one-on-one.
Johnson missed it. Ball out of bounds. It stays with Florida.
A lot of activity close to the basket on that drive. Johnson thought he got fouled. Got in there close among the trees. No super bigs in the game right now. Blackshear's the tallest guy at 6'10". Nobody big in there. Alfonso Anderson at 6'7" is the guy.
Exploit that. Bean has to block the shot after Blackshear is fouled.
Yeah. It doesn't come easy. As I mentioned, Blackshear is 9 for 9 from the free throw line. The only guy who's taken a free throw. He positions beautifully here. He is fronted by Bean. The help comes. And I mean, he had to do a lot of work just to get to the free throw line here.
Brito with the foul. Blackshear, as you pointed out, very good at the line.
10 for 10. Well, he's over 80% now. Came in shooting 79 and change, so over 80% is big. I like this matchup with Scotty Lewis on Merrill. He's going to make it difficult on Sam, that's for sure. Look at these screens. Triple screen for Merrill, backdoor.
Touched by Nembhard.
That is good stuff right there. This is a challenge for Lewis. And he is up for it.
Now it's Nembhard chasing him. Finds Brito. That should have been a goaltend.
No.
No?
No, on the way up. We'll take a look. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Scotty Lewis, man, this kid's a terrific defender.
I reacted just like the Utah State reacted. Utah State bench reacted. Porter with the ball. And Porter finishes, and he'll get a free throw.
Well, Mann takes a wild shot at one end and then fouls at this end. Porter opportunity for three. Let's take a look. Ball is on its way up. I think he hits it before it hits the backboard, Rich. We didn't see it clearly there. Let's see it here. Slow it, slow it. Yeah, he hits it before it gets to the backboard. Those officials usually make the right call.
Yeah. That's a big play by Porter. Here's your officials.
Dorius back in. I like what Craig Smith is doing here with rotating bigs. He's keeping his guys fresh. Bean stays in all the time. Porter stays in pretty much all the time, as does Merrill.
Blackshear. Merrill has 6 rebounds. Finds Bean, who finds the bucket.
Merrill has made 3 good passes in the last 2 possessions. That's why Utah State is within 1.
Bean is working on a double-double. He's got 10 points and 6 rebounds. Nembhard, nifty find for Johnson, who falls away and comes up short.
Crucial time right here for Florida. Utah State's feeling it.
Merrill stops. Brito to Merrill. Step back. That's a 2. That's pretty.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He follows his own pass all the time, and they get it back to him. You tend to relax when your guy gives the ball up. You can't do that against Merrill.
7-0 run right now by Utah State, defending champs of the Mountain West, in Florida for the Orange Bowl Classic.
Utah State up 1 on the shoulders of Sam Merrill. First as the point guard assist man in transition, then as the scorer. Dribble handoff, knocks in the 2. This is a big-time player. Utah State has 16 field goals made, 13 assists.
That's impressive stuff. The 2 most experienced players on the floor are the ones that are leading their teams. Merrill, of course, the senior, has been on a Mormon mission, so he's not only experienced in playing time, but also in age. And then Kerry Blackshear is a rebound away from a double-double. He's at 18 and 9 right now.
Blackshear is so good at a lot of things that he's not, he's multi-dimensional. So when a 7-foot guy guards him, he goes away from the basket. When a 6'8" guy guards him, he goes closer to the basket. And he understands when and how to do those things.
Well, he steps back and misses a 3. Miller has the rebound, and Utah State with the ball and a 1-point lead.
He just missed 2 in a row from out there, but he gets the steal. How about that?
Denies the post.
And remember, he poked one away from Keita in the first half. Payne is in right now. So Blackshear is the 4, Payne is the 5.
Blackshear is open for a 3, and he misses another. Payne has the rebound. And it's a rebounding foul on Utah State.
Let's take a look at fronting the post right here. He goes around on the low side, and his hand is out there. Beautiful, beautifully done.
think I saw Craig Smith grimace as soon as that pass left the hand of the passer. The head coach for Utah State. Blackshear muscles it in.
He's tired.
Has a rebound.
I think Blackshear is feeling a little fatigued right now.
Under 12 whistle due with a timeout here. So both teams get a breather soon. Merrill. Oh, wow. Payne. Florida ball.
Payne's got some energy and some length. He hasn't been in much. Over penetration by Glover.
He's trapped. And a 3-second violation. Turnover. Mike White and the Gators. Craig Smith and the Aggies. A good one in the Orange Bowl Classic. In South Florida, Orange Bowl Classic. This reminder, Metro by T-Mobile Orange Bowl Big Buddy program gives area youth an opportunity to be part of the annual Metro by T-Mobile Orange Bowl Classic. The program sends more than 1,000 kids to the Classic each year. The Orange Bowl Committee loved to thank Tire Kingdom for their contribution of this program. Rich Waltz along with Bob Wenzel, Jessica Blaylock, our entire Fox Sports production crew. Some holiday hoops here. Florida State outlasted South Florida in a tight one in game one. This is Utah State against Florida. Sam Merrill double teamed. Brock Miller with a three, and he gets it. That one rolls in.
He's one of those guys who has no conscience. They love when he shoots threes. He shoots a ton of them. Has not been a factor in this game, but that's a big three right there.
Nembhard, pick and roll and dunk, and Payne is the finisher.
I'll tell you what, Payne and Blackshear together is a problem.
That, I feel confident, Bob Wenzel. That is goaltending.
Blackshear and Payne have to get together as to who is guarding whom, because there's only one post player in the game right now. Blackshear has to guard somebody on the perimeter, probably Bean.
Lead is 4. Noah Locke with Glover and Nembhard in the backcourt. Then you got the bigs, Blackshear and Payne. The double comes. Blackshear passes out of it. Glover against Miller, falling away, and he hits it. Terrific shot by Quez Glover.
No. Yeah, is what the guys on the bench are thinking.
Not often that Florida gets a recruit out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Merrill's jumper rolls out. Blackshear has the rebound. Gators a chance to tie or take the lead.
Payne's open.
Nembhard kicks. Blackshear thought of the three. Now drives and gets blasted. Diogo Brito, his second personal. Again, if you're just joining us, the news here for Utah State, they are up by 2, but they've lost Neemias Queta in a collision. He has been icing that left knee, and that's the knee that he injured this summer. There was no word definitively on the injury from the Utah coaching staff or bench. He is on the bench. He had ice on that knee for most of this half. Nembhard jumper, that's good, and that's a tie game now, 44 apiece.
He's a 6'5" guard. He can take people to the lane and shoot over them. You got to guard your man without the ball when you play Utah State. They move without the ball beautifully.
Miller rises and cans another three.
That's what happens when you got the green light. You can go 0 for 30 minutes and then start making them.
He has games this year of 19 and 15 three-point attempts.
Yep.
Nembhard kicked it away. Miller has the loose ball. Sam Merrill, Abel Porter. Oh, almost dropped in. Porter's fouled.
Brock Miller moving without the basketball. Number 22 in your screen, in the corner. Split off of Merrill, and he drops it in.
When he was 10, he developed alopecia and lost all the hair on his head and on his body. It can't be easy on a kid at age 10, but sports certainly helped him through it. And man, is he beloved up at Utah State, a guy that can get hot in a hurry with that three-point shot.
Yeah, he's helped a lot in the second half. Last couple of minutes, he's made 2. Abel Porter, of course, playing the whole game seemingly.
This is a nice run by Utah State here, a 17-6 run over a 5-minute span. Nembhard himself going to go, and he drew the contact from Dorius.
Interestingly enough, when Payne came in and Blackshear and Payne were playing together, Blackshear was playing from the outside and missed 3 long shots. Payne is going to be in the way in the post, so he's going to take outside shots. But at that juncture of the game, he looks fatigued. And taking long shots when you're fatigued is not a formula for success. The 2 posts right now are Anderson and Bean for Utah State. Smaller but quicker.
4-point game, 9 minutes left.
Nice switch there. Again, Glover tries to switch and jump out in the lane to guard people.
Bean leans into it. And Nembhard has the rebound. Whoever wins this game will go on their resume come March.
No doubt.
Long 3, Locke, and he's fouled.
Love it.
He can tie it with the free throw.
Miller's the 3-point shooter for Utah State. Locke is the 3-point shooter for the Gators. And this was set up clearly. They were looking for him on the roll. He's the replaced man. And boy, that just hit the bottom of the net. Blackshear was not open on the roll. Nembhard chose to go out top. He makes it. Hasn't shot many free throws this year. Coming into this game, 6 out of 7 from the line. And of course, because when you're a 3-point shooter, you're not driving to the basket much, so you don't get to the line. Seven for 8.
4-point play erases the lead, 49 apiece. Anderson, big screen. Merrill blows by, and with a left hand. Wow, underneath and in.
Nice communication on the way back, switching men.
Johnson. Boy, Merrill has a ton of rebounds, 8 to go with his 15 points. And a 3, and a 3, too. Add to that, 18 for Merrill.
Nice double team.
And a foul on Utah State.
Sam Merrill's a player, and he is holding his team together, whether he is passing or scoring, whether he is driving or shooting from the outside. 2s, 3s, everything for the star player from Utah State.
Player of the Year in the Mountain West Conference last year, Sam Merrill, exerting himself here in the second half.
Well, both halves. Inside, outside, off the dribble, off the pass. They set screens for him. He's a brilliant passer. Got the backup move because he's not overly quick. I mean, he is a big-time player. Comes into this game 1,777 points. Top few in career assists, 3rd at Utah State, 10th in steals, 7th in scoring.
And an outside shot at a triple-double here. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Blackshear with a free throw. We've said that a few times, haven't we? He's 12 of 12 from the free throw line.
How about that?
Boy, have a day at the line.
13 out of 13. Nice. Change of defense. Half-court trap. 1-3-1 variety.
Merrill open, and he misses the three. Bean tips it out to Porter.
That was a great play by Bean. If you can't get the rebound, tip it back out. Boy, they move without it, man. You got to stay focused on your D.
Anderson may have walked.
Johnson got the charge. Terrific play. Johnson, as a weak side defender, has been spectacular in this game. Take a look on your picture. Coming from the weak side, number 11. He gets outside the restricted arc, draws the foul.
That's his fourth. That's trouble with no Keita.
Say that again.
That's his fourth.
Who? Johnson took the charge.
Oh, Johnson took the charge.
Anderson was foul on Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson's fourth.
Got fourth. Okay, yeah. I got you. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you.
Johnson, this is Lewis. Baseline drive. Cut off. Can't get it up. Got it back. Gets it in.
That's what he should be doing. Taking it to the basket. He's growing before our eyes. Craig Smith's calling for a play. 5 with a right thumb. It's a clear out for Anderson.
Blackshear with a steal. Florida can take the lead here. Nembhard.
Quality shot required. They got it.
Blackshear calling. Blackshear hooking. Rebound, put back, foul. More free throws.
Wow. He was isolated low. They didn't get in there quickly enough, and Anderson was by himself. Anderson did a good job defending the first shot, but the second shot is what got to him.
(13 of 13 from the line.
Let's see if we can listen to the net. He swished that one. He's been switching them. When you're a young player growing up and you get outside and you play, sometimes it's on chain link fence, nets, but sometimes they're real nets nowadays with inside play. This is a wonderful sound. That was not a wonderful sound. Too much iron.
But the result was good for Florida. They have the lead. 6 minutes left. Bean driving, spinning, in trouble. He walked.
Blackshear's defense has been terrific also. Bean had them. They set up the drive for Bean. He got in there. He's very quick.
Ooh. Nembhard and Merrill drew it.
Merrill jumps to his right. I didn't see the arm extend much, but the forearm extended by Nembhard a bit. I like that.
Pair of point guards.
Yeah, I like that.
Brito. And Johnson got a hand on it. Lewis in transition. Gators by a point. Block. In the lane. Johnson fighting for it. Johnson with it. And it's a Utah State ball.
Wow.
Not for the faint of heart.
He is surrounded by 3 Aggies. Doesn't walk. And finally, it's poked away by Bean off Johnson's knee.
Merrill, Lewis has been in his back pocket a lot in the second half.
Yes, indeed.
Brito, clean look at a three, and he missed it.
The reason it was clean is they had to help on the roll man.
Nembhard, who had almost 200 assists last year, and Porter fouls Blackshear.
They are triple teaming Kerry Blackshear when he gets it in there, forcing him to make shots from the free throw line, which he is doing beautifully. Take a look at this. ISO. Bean behind. Porter comes. Brito comes. 3 Aggies surrounding him.
15 of 15. His first miss.
Mike is saying we've got to move it more. We've got to move it more. You don't want the ball to stop in somebody's hands.
Wow. 15 of 15, and he misses 2 in a row. Merrill. It's a small lineup on the floor for Utah State. Bean driving, kicking, Brito in the lane, falling away. That's a beautiful shot. And a lead for Utah State.
Big time play, great execution.
4-minute mark. Nembhard, Blackshear, knifing to the bucket. And it's Merrill with the rebound.
They got numbers here.
Porter sees it. Porter got it up. Blackshear has the rebound, has his double-double. And here comes Florida with the ball down a point. Rising is Locke. Short, well short. Blackshear. Bean with a big rebound for Utah State.
Blackshear is exhausted.
There's a lot of hard breathing out there right now. They're waiting on that under 4 whistle, and it hasn't come yet.
I'm tired just watching it. Weave. There'll be a drive by Bean here.
There it is. That's a layup.
There it is. You could see it coming. Big possession right here for the Gators.
Tough to have that possession with all this time since you were counting on a whistle right around the 4-minute mark.
Nembhard wants to post up Merrill. He's in a crowd, though.
Shot clock's down. Rolling hook is off. And Brito has the rebound, and Utah State still with the ball. Still no whistle yet. That's when you get a timeout. It's supposed to be under 4. We're all the way down, closing in on 2 minutes. Look at Merrill racing around the screens. Draws the double, fouled by Blackshear. Finally, 15 foul, by the way. Finally the whistle. Everybody gets to rest. But right now, Diogo Brito with the fall away.
At the other end, Bean on the cut. 58-55, Aggies.
The 2019 Orange Bowl Classic is brought to you by Metro, by T-Mobile, by Ambetter from Sunshine Health, and by the Florida Lottery. Boy, good ball game here. 58-55, Utah State on top of Florida. Rich Waltz, Bob Wenzel, Jessica Blaylock. Sam Merrill has been terrific. 18 points, 9 rebounds. Kerry Blackshear for Florida, 22 points, 14 rebounds.
Big game for both of those star players, most experienced guys.
And Utah State had to burn a timeout there.
Nice D right there by Florida to try to force that deal. 2 timeouts left for each team. That's vital at the end of games. You want to keep those timeouts when you need them late.
Reminder, the Capital One Orange Bowl tickets are on sale, and you can call right now at 305-341-4701, or you can visit orangebowl.org for your tickets. You got number 9 Florida, you got number 24 Virginia. Maybe you can pose and take a picture with Obi, the Orange Bowl mascot, whom Bob Wenzel introduced himself to earlier today. Boy, they aren't going to get it in. They barely get it in this time.
5 seconds to get it in. Gus got to touch it. If it's in the air when the 5 seconds go out, still a violation.
And a short shot clock. 8 on it now. Merrill off a screen. Shot fake. Now the 3. Go, boy!
Are you kidding me? That is unbelievable. The shot fake. And to drill it after that shot fake, 7-zip run.
And a 6-point lead. Minute and a half left. Florida needs a bucket. Locke kicks Nembhard. Screen from Blackshear. Nembhard in trouble. Gets it through. Blackshear into the corner. Finds Johnson for a 3. Missed it. Brito has made a few big plays here down the stretch. He had that fall-away shot and a couple of key rebounds.
Wrong guy with the ball here.
1 minute remains in the game.
Porter. Merrill frees himself. Porter. Step back. It's a 2, and it's way short. That's a violation. 49 seconds left. Gators down 6.
Good D by Scotty Lewis on Porter. Porter couldn't get a shot off.
Florida has not scored a point in their last 5 minutes and 19 seconds.
Wow. Well, they got the ball to Blackshear a few times, and he missed 2 free throws. And then they had a couple of
They are looking at the game clock to see if it's correct. Mike White will take this opportunity to draw up what he's hoping is a play. The Gators not great from 3 in this game, 4 of 16.
Noah Locke is the primary three-point shooter. This is terrific D right here. We're taking a look at the game clock right here. It's at 50. We see it up there, 50, 49, 48.
So the shot clock violation ends it.
Yep.
They're going to put a second or thereabouts back on the clock. So 50.1. Now Utah State has 10 team fouls. Florida has 5 team fouls, just to reset things for you. And the possession arrow is going Utah State's way.
2 timeouts for each team. You don't necessarily need a 3. The defense doesn't want to foul.
Nembhard trying to set up Locke on the wing. He'll drive, misses. Johnson a rebound. Johnson the putback.
Nice inbound quickly. Smart thing to do.
And it's keep away for Utah State.
Keep the ball in the hands of Merrill if you can.
They have a foul to give, so they can really go after the ball aggressively. There's the foul.
Good point. Foul to give. That's not good when you're behind in late game situations.
And you want to force a free throw. That's why you gotta keep an eye on that number.
Is 7.
They had difficulty inbounding 2 times from this spot.
Now Utah State is 77% from the line this year. That's great. And I mean, Take your pick out there.
Was there an error? They're saying there are free throws here.
Oh, the scoreboard had, okay, then the scoreboard here in the arena, I was watching it, it had 5 team fouls. And I think Florida got fooled too because everybody's set up for the inbounds. Brito makes the free throw.
A lot of iron on that one. Brito is an 88% free throw shooter. You would expect him to make it, not just because of the numbers, but because of the experience. He's played in 100 games for Utah State.
He's 26 of 29 on the season. And a timeout. Florida back where they started, down 6, but with just half a minute here, 25 seconds left. For those of you expecting to see the college playoff preview with Joel Klatt, Urban Meyer, and Matt Leinart on FS1, you'll see it in its entirety immediately following this ball game. This is the Orange Bowl Classic, and these are 2 teams that people expect to see playing in the NCAA tournament. Utah State won the Mountain West last year, got to the tournament. They're 11-2 and 2-0 already in their conference. The Gators got to the NCAA tournament with a 500 SEC record last year. They are 7-3, and it's Utah State who's up by 6, though Utah State has lost one of their best players again, it seems. Neemias Queta out with a knee injury. He's been icing that left knee. You can see him up in the upper right, just sitting back down on that Utah State bench. This would be a resume builder for either team to win this game. Nembhard takes the 3. It's short. Johnson puts it back in. And a quick timeout by the Gators.
So a lot of times in endgame situations, when the clock is under 1 minute and you're behind and you score like that, you really don't have to waste a timeout because the clock stops anyway. So, you know, in a situation like that, you know, you could get into your press without having to call timeout and keep that second timeout for later on if you needed it. Under 1 minute.
Bob, you took 2 teams to the NCAA tournament. You're an accomplished college coach. When you use that timeout, you obviously use it to set up your defense, but do you also use it for your next possession offensively?
Absolutely. But, you know, I mean, in scramble situations, you've coached them what to do in these situations late, you know. The timeout is just a reminder, really, you know. So I'm not saying that they should have done that. I'm just saying that that's a possibility in the last minute of a game. You would expect Utah State to be well prepared in situations like this. You could go long here. Bean comes in, and Merrill was going long on that play.
Craig Smith and Utah State. Going to see Justin Bean at the line. Smith, just his 2nd year. Last year was the first NCAA tournament since 2011 for Utah State.
But they were, Stu Morrow was the coach there for many, many years, and they went to the tournament 21 times.
Yes.
It's not like they, you know.
On an annual basis, Stu Morrow was there.
He was big time. And last year they were an 8th seed, which was the highest seed Utah State has ever gotten. And they lost, as you mentioned, to Washington.
Misses the front end. Florida needs points. They need him quickly. Nembhard spinning down the lane, and he's fouled. That's going to stop the clock and put him at the line.
Well, with 9 seconds left, right? Assuming he makes 2, it's still a 2-point game. So you don't try to miss the second one. Try to make both, and then steal and foul on the inbounds. Oh, ouch. Yeah, that ouch.
Nembhard 85%, and he makes the second. And Brito got it on, was there a timeout before the inbound? It was. White got it just as Brito was about to release it. Craig Smith wanted the pass to count. And now the Gators have used their last timeout to set up this defensive sequence and next possession.
Well, 3-point game, right? You know, I mean, anything is possible right now. We saw in the first game a play late in the game where an inbound was made along the sideline, and the sideline became like a third defender, and a steal was made. Florida State trapped on the sideline, made the steal, broke out, and that's what eventually got them the W.
Again, if you're tuning in for the college playoff preview, Joel Klatt, Urban Meyer, and Matt Leinart will be seen in their glorious entirety on FS1 immediately following the finish of the Orange Bowl Classic. Game 2 here. Utah State, a 3-point lead. Abel Porter can run the baseline. He does. Brito has it, trying to avoid a foul. He's fouled with 7 seconds left. And as Bob documented, Brito is a great free throw shooter.
Utah State does a lot of things well. When they're behind, they run their stuff, and they make you guard away from the ball as well as on the ball. They are an experienced team, and they have a great leader and a great player in Merrill who gets everybody involved. They make enough threes. They're a great passing team, and they have enough size. So you talk about teams that are good teams in their conference and teams that are going to have an opportunity to win their conference. They are certainly that in the Mountain West. Now, we can't talk about the Mountain West without talking about how good San Diego State is this year, and New Mexico also. But those are the 3 top teams in the Mountain West Conference.
And now they have enough points to win this ball game. Obviously, they don't want to foul here. Nembhard driving down the lane, lays it up. 2.3 seconds left. Merrill will inbound it. He's got a timeout to use, and he smartly uses it. Somewhere, I think Joel Klatt, Urban Meyer, and Matt Leinart are going, come on, let's go. Enough of the timeouts.
All right, here, you just got to inbound it. Not a bad thought is to throw it long to the opposite end of the court if you can get somebody open. Now that we're thinking about football,
that's
right?
true.
Throw a long pass, and so that the clock runs out when the guy catches the ball at the other end of the floor.
Hey, now that we have a second, I want to get your thoughts on both of these teams moving towards conference play. Now, Utah State's already 2-0 in the Mountain West, and the SEC awaits for Florida.
Yeah, and you know, I think we outlined the Mountain West, the way we feel about that conference, and of course their conference tournament is in Las Vegas. The SEC, you know, Kentucky, of course, is the team that's always thought of as one of the top teams. But right now, you know, I think Auburn is the best team in the SEC. Tennessee is good, but have some blemishes on their resume as well. Florida is a developing team and could do great things as the season progresses and as the judgment of the younger players gets better and better. They certainly have the capability to be a good defensive team. And Blackshear, outstanding. So, you know, I mean, we've seen a lot of surprises already. Each time somebody gets ranked in the top 5, they get beaten.
All right, 2.3 seconds left. The lead is 3. You need to obviously avoid a steal if you're Utah State. Porter gets it in, and Merrill breaks free. Utah State beats Florida in the Orange Bowl Classic. And for the Aggies, a 65-62 win, and that certainly will look good on their resume come March.
The experienced team won over the inexperienced team on a neutral floor. The star player, Sam Merrill, proved that he is an outstanding player and an All-American level caliber player. And Florida is a team that's been up and down this year, to be honest, but they are a team that is developing, and they have an opportunity to be very, very good as well.
Utah State's already played 14 basketball games. They are 12-2, 2-0 in the Mountain West. And it's Sam Merrill making his way over to Art Jess Blaylock. We'll get there in a moment. And the Florida Gators now at 7-4 as they try to get it together and open up SEC play with the new year. And let's hope that Neemias Keita's knee is okay. And with Sam Merrill now is Jessica Blaylock. Jess?
Thanks so much, Rich. Sam, 21 points, 9 rebounds, really a fantastic effort all the way around. Where do you feel like you made your biggest impact in this game today?
Well, I think, I missed quite a few shots that I normally make. Made a couple there at the end, but they killed us on the glass in the first half. They had, I think, 9 offensive rebounds in the first half, and with our big guy Nimi getting hurt, we had to go really small, and they continued to hurt us on the glass. But I think the biggest thing that we talked about was our guards coming in and rebounding the ball. So one of the big things for me this year has been trying to be a better rebounder. My career high was 8, so that's a career high. I've got that like 15 times, never gotten more than that, so that's something I'll brag about. I'll brag about 9 rebounds.
Love that. You mentioned losing Nimi. Obviously, that was a big blow. Didn't have him for the second half. What did you think of the way you guys pulled together to really overcome that loss, get out of here with the W today?
Yeah, we just did what we always do. I mean, it sounds cliche, but like we always talk about next man up and about doing things the right way and about doing it as a team. It's never one player. So obviously we miss Nimi, especially inside, but anything that we're going to be able to accomplish this year, we're going to have to do as a team.
What do you hope people learn today about Utah State basketball?
Well, I hope those that watch just see the type of team that we are. We're very unselfish. We try to defend as well as we can. We try and share the ball. So hopefully they see that we're a pretty good team, and hopefully the NCAA tournament committee sees that as well.
Appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win. Rich, back to you.
All right, Jess, nice job today. Once again, the final, Utah State beats Florida 65-62. And, of course, earlier in the Orange Bowl Classic, Florida State took care of South Florida. These Aggies are good. They come all the way to Florida to show the country that. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports Florida. For Bob Wenzel, Jess Blaylock, our entire Fox Sports crew, I'm Rich Waltz. Thanks for watching the Orange Bowl Classic. Coming up next, college football playoff preview. Joe Klatt, Urban Meyer, and Matt Leinart. And you'll see it in its entirety coming up on FS1. Goodbye from South Florida. Goodbye from the Orange Bowl Classic.